Welcome back to the Keaney Blue Chronicles.
We're outside Lila Delman Real Estate. They provide housing to URI students and the greater URI community.
Sometimes when you're advancing so far in life, you forget your home.
But that's not the case for URI tennis coach Gordy Ernst. Here's Jack Fulton with more.
It means a lot. I mean, to be back here, to already, to have my mom and cousins and friends already out at the matches, to sort of be back where it all started.
URI's best-kept secret may just reside on the women's tennis coaching staff. Gordy Ernst, a Rhode Island-born legend, has had a whirlwind of a journey before finally coming back home to the state he made his name in. From playing for his legendary father, Dick Ernst, to dominating Rhode Island high school sports, to a two-sport career at Brown University, a stint on the ATP Tour, and even one on Wall Street, taking his reign in the New England Tennis Hall of Fame, and everything fun in between.
They're all so excited about the turnaround and taking something that hasn't maybe done as well as we should over the last few years and say, okay, can we make a run for the A10 title? And that's why I'm here. I mean, coupled with the fact that I'm from here and being in Rhode Island is even more special, but I think that this opportunity is a great one.
Gordy Ernst was born and raised in Cranston, Rhode Island, where he starred and played for his legendary father, Dick Ernst, on the courts and on the ice, going 97-0 and never losing a set in high school tennis, while also managing to be drafted in the 10th round of the NHL draft by the Minnesota North Stars. But instead of pursuing a pro hockey career, he decided to stay close to home and attend Brown University and play both tennis and hockey.
When you start going to Brown hockey games when you're literally 3 years old, it becomes part of who you are, and so it was always right there as one of my top choices for colleges.
His first big coaching gig came in 2005 at Georgetown University, where he oversaw the struggling men's and women's tennis programs, and eventually led them to great success in the Big East Conference. Now, Ernst's next task is to repeat his success for the women's program.
Coach, he's unique in his ability to individualize his coaching to each one of the players, which is what makes him a great coach. Especially with the game of tennis, you have to strategize and individualize each player to what best suits them, and Gordy does a fantastic job.
As Ernst begins his homecoming, what matters most aren't the accolades or the glory, it's the pride of coming from beautiful Ocean State.
Washington's a great place, but it still isn't home. It's just where I lived for 12 years. But here, coming back home and doing it here at the University of Rhode Island is very, very special.
To learn more about Gordy's great life experiences, including him being the personal coach for Michelle Obama, you can visit our website.
And an interesting thing about Coach Ernst, back in his hockey playing days at Brown University, he made a lasting relationship with the current URI men's hockey coach.
I had the pleasure of sitting down with Coach Joe Augustine to talk about his legacy here at URI.
Had some offers out of state, Division I assistant coach offers. My wife was a true Rhode Islander. They don't really go very far, so figured out really quick that wasn't going to work by relocating, and so kind of ended up here.
Joe Augustine is entering his 30th season as the URI men's hockey team head coach. The former NHLer always had a love for the game, but never thought he would be the one behind the bench.
My last year when I went to camp and I went without a contract, started having injury problems towards the end, and so my agent was a Rhode Island guy and wanted to know if I wanted to coach high school, and actually was an assistant in high school for a couple of years, which was probably the best thing I ever did. I kind of got my feet wet there and started to gain some passion for coaching, because when you're playing it's not even a thought.
Senior captain Phil Akermark has enjoyed playing for Augustine for 4 seasons now and thinks his time around the game has had a huge influence on the team and himself.
Well, I think he just brings a lot of experience. I mean, not only coaching, but he also played as well. So, I mean, for me personally, he also played defense, so brings a lot of insight for that. And I think just him, having coached for 30 years, I mean, he knows what to do. I don't think he's changed much over the years, and I don't know why he should. I mean, he's been successful in the past, so
Augustine, who won a national championship and 2 League Coach of the Year awards, clinched 600 career wins last season with the team. But he'd be the first to tell you that it was not a one-man effort.
Our assistant coaches that we've had here have been really, really good. But the players, they play the games, and you can do as much as you can, X's and O's and systems and so forth, but they're the ones who have to perform on the ice. So it's really, the total number of wins is really an organizational, it's a program.
I think he likes players that are more hardworking and are willing to sacrifice things for the teammates rather than, toe dragging 10 players and score top shelf. I think he appreciates more the hardworking, hard-hitting, very structured play.
Augustine continues into his 30th season with the same love for the game and the same ultimate goal.
I mean, all around, he lives for hockey. So I know when he leaves the rink here, he goes home, he just watches hockey.
There's so much potential here. That's another reason I stayed, that everybody in the hockey world understands what we can have here.
Coach Augustine shows no signs of leaving his adopted home here in Rhode Island.
But if he's interested in upgrading his home, he should definitely come by here, Lila Delman Real Estate.
Up next, we will talk about the URI volleyball team connections to professional athletes.
Serving this country is as American as baseball, and the combination of the two is about as American as it gets.
Next up, the story of the URI athlete who is nominated for the 2018 U.S. Rowing Fans' Choice Awards.
Is that the Heisman for rowing?